Tomorrow night is the 18th annual Ford Freedom Awards, which of course celebrate the positive contributions of African-American men. Celebrities like Usher, Jerome Bettis, Dougie Fresh, and former Detroit Mayor Dave Bing will all be there to help celebrate. And joining me now is Shaka Sangor. You know his work. He is an acclaimed author, and he is going to be honored at this year's event with the first Courage Award winner. Welcome and congratulations.
Thank you so much for having me.
That's fantastic. What does this mean to you to receive this honor?
Oh, this means a lot, especially being able to receive it at home in Detroit, and to be nominated online by the community and really celebrated by people who have been following my work. It just means the world to me.
It really is fantastic. Tell us a little bit about your background and your journey that led you here.
So I grew up in the streets of Detroit. I went to prison at the age of 19, ended up serving 19 years in prison, and I was fortunate to have great mentors inside who gave me books that helped me turn my life around. And that was the same way that I began to work in the community, is using literature. I ended up writing this book called Righting My Wrongs, which went on to be a New York Times bestseller. And I'm super excited to be able to share that with my community.
Do you ever have a moment where you're like, I can't believe this has happened to me? All of your success after everything that you've been through.
I mean, yeah, I've had some pretty amazing moments that are always surreal. But you know, I think that when you do the work that you're passionate about and you care about, you have to expect these outcomes. Otherwise, it's like, why to do the work?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, one of the big topics in Detroit lately has been the violence, especially involving young African-American men. What advice would you give them?
Well, I always tell the young men and women that I mentor, you know, you don't want to end up making a 30-second decision that's going to cost you the rest of your life in prison. And it's a horrible way to live and experience life. And I always just tell them that it's a burden you'll carry for the rest of your life when you make that type of a decision.
Absolutely. What's the next step for you?
The next step for me is writing for film and television, and to continue to write. I love to write fiction, and so I'm super excited about those opportunities.
So can you give us any sneak peek, any ideas of what might be to come?
Well, I like to write detective stories based in Detroit. I think Detroit is a great landscape for a writer to really explore the different aspects of our culture and our community. So look forward to some great detective stories coming from me soon.
You don't have to brag about you because you were on Oprah, and she referred to you as one of the best interviews of her life. How did that change your life at all? Getting a media mogul like Oprah basically saying that about you? I
mean, as a writer, that's the holy grail, is to be interviewed by a woman who has been a leading voice for literature. And so it was a mind-blowing experience and definitely a life-changing experience. She is one of the most down-to-earth people I've ever met, and very sincere and authentic.
She seems like it.
And so it was just a great, wonderful experience, and it's good to be able to celebrate that with my community.
Well, I tell you what, it is such an honor to have you. And again, tomorrow night, the Ford Freedom Awards at the Max M. Fisher Music Center in Detroit from 6 to 9 p.m. Tickets are $50, so you can still get tickets now, or you can go to FordFreedomAward.com. Shaka Sangor, thank you so much.
Thank you so much
Such an honor to meet you, and congratulations
on
this award tomorrow night.
Appreciate it.